So, this is the mysterious hatch I've been hearing about. Wonder what's inside. I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a look around. It's so stiff! Move, you stupid wheel! Turn faster! My arms are killing me now. Well, down the ladder I go. No! How am I gonna get out of here now? Pitch black in here. I can hardly see a thing. Oh, come on! How am I supposed to get out of here if I can't even see what I'm doing? Wait, that sound. Follow it. It might lead me to some fire, which I can use as a light to find a way out of this place, I guess. Aha! Wait, Mavis?
Oh, hey Dino.
What are you doing here? What even is this place? I'm so confused.
This is my reading bunker. Why are you in my reading bunker?
What do you need a reading bunker for?
For reading, obviously.
And why is it made of wooden cobblestone?
Why are you made out of wooden cobblestone?
I'm not.
Well, wanna hear a story while you're here?
Will you let me out if I listen?
We'll see. A very long time ago, in an unknown land, there lived a young girl, around 6 years old in human years. The girl lived in a very large but ancient city. It was a beautiful place, basically a utopia. The girl belonged to a family, a very powerful and noble family, one that had been revered for hundreds, if not thousands of years. The family was massive, all with varying ages, as these creatures lived for far longer than any human could. At this time, the mother and father were still alive, ruling side by side. The parents were very proud of their 8 sons and 5 daughters, even though 4 of their daughters were still very young. The youngest of these was a particular girl whose name has been lost to time. Or so it would seem. The young girl spent most of her time training to learn her special powers, just like her siblings would. Because she came from such an important family, she had the best teachers to help guide her in controlling her powers. It wasn't just her powers that she had to learn, but she also spent a lot of time interested in sword fighting, and she became quite adept at it, even at such a young age. A rather intelligent child, she was also taught the history of her world, social etiquette, reading, writing, and the basics of anything else she needed to know. Often, the girl would sneak out with one of her sisters and play games all over the city, causing mischief and havoc for the locals. Oh, the joy to be had using their powers to play around. The parents knew of these antics, of course, and so did their other siblings. But if a child is to grow, they need to play and learn on their own. So they kept a steady eye on them, just in case they angered something much more powerful than them. Thankfully, the 2 girls would always overcome any trouble they got into. However, this is not a tale of joy and whimsy. On one particular day hundreds of years ago, everything changed when a war broke out. On this day, 4 of the girls were playing in the city and practicing the new skills they had just learned. Everything seemed to be going great. They were having fun. So much fun that they couldn't hear all the chatter when a mysterious light appeared in the sky. In fact, the girls were having so much fun that none of them even noticed the light. That light. It was a shining golden sort of light. Not the kind of light that would blind you, but it was more of a dazzling light. Something that instantly catches your attention. This mysterious light turned out to be pure horror for the city's people. Within a matter of seconds, a huge area of the city had been scorched. You see, that light in the sky was actually a powerful cannon of holy light, charging up to be released as a huge attack. Shortly after this beam of light tore through the city like butter, an army of ferocious, winged creatures appeared appeared, all dressed in a golden sort of armour. Most were humanoid in shape, but of course there were some truly wretched sights, such as giant floating heads, amalgamations of giant eyeballs and tentacles, and even a horde of disgusting hybrid creatures resembling both the city's people and the soldiers attacking the city. During the initial blast, the girls were thankfully in an undamaged part of the city. But it wouldn't be long before the angels above came down and sought to kill and maim every last demon they could find. The question is why? What did the angels have to gain from slaughtering so needlessly? Truth be told, they never needed a reason. It was fun for them. Angels would occasionally appear in hell to kill and hunt demons for fun and sport before, but there hadn't been a full-scale attack like this in thousands of years. It is to be believed that there was no real reason why they started a war. The demons were living rather peacefully, barely interacting with other worlds, not causing any problems in other dimensions, apart from some powerful individuals who truly were evil creatures. On this day, there were no guards keeping an eye on the girls, as there were 4 of them and the parents believed they could take care of themselves during such peaceful times. But, of course, they didn't know about the attack on the city. In a panic, the 4 girls became separated, each pair trying to get back to the palace where it would be safe for them. In a complete panic, the mother of the children took a group of elite guards to search the city for her daughters. After an hour of chaos and fighting, the demons had mobilized and began protecting their home from the brutal invaders. It was around this time where a group of elite guards had found 2 of the 4 girls, but the mother ran off on her own to try and find the other 2. The mother heard a screech and recognized it as one of the girls who went missing, so she rushed over immediately. There was an angel hovering over the 2 girls. He raised his finger, and an orb of golden light formed at the tip of his finger, and fired a very small beam of holy light straight towards one of the girls. Without thinking, the mother threw herself in front of the 2 girls, the beam of light going straight through her chest. She collapsed to her knees, barely alive. The mother used what little of her strength she had left to blast the angel with lightning blacker than the shadows themselves. The group of elite soldiers arrived mere moments later and carried the girls and their mother back to the palace, where the mother soon passed away from her injury. To this day, their mother is known as a hero who fought bravely to protect her home and her children from the invasion. As the war raged on, the 4 girls, the youngest of the family, were called to the throne room. Their father had made a tragic decision. To protect his children who were not yet old enough or strong enough to fight in such a war, he would send them away to the world of the humans. Each child would be separated and sent to 4 different countries within that world. He would use his demonic power to place a restriction on their powers and memories until a certain age so they could, hopefully, live a peaceful life and survive until the fighting had stopped. The girls said goodbye, and they were each transported to different parts of Earth. They knew nothing. Their abilities were limited, but at least they were safe.
So, is that the end? Can I go now?
Are you sure you don't want to listen to the next 5 chapters?
Maybe next time.